Okay, guys, we are live again. Back. Guess who's back? Back. This time, it's going to be Scotland and Haiti facing off against each other. Honestly, I'm going to be useless when it comes to the names of the Haiti players. I don't know any of them. I know most of the Scotland team. They're lining up in a 4-4-2. Obviously, going to be rooting for Scotland here. I'm not Scottish. I don't have any Scottish roots, but you know, I'm English. They might not like us, but I still want them to do well. I still want them to do well. Second live stream of the day. Just got done doing the Brazil-Morocco one. Let's see how it goes. Jean-Jacques. It's one of the Haiti players. Number 17. Number 11, I think, actually. They're in the huddles. I think my stream's like a minute behind or so. Maybe some of you guys. Just checking the audio. Audio's all good. We are ready to rock and roll. But yeah, I don't have commentary on for anyone whose first stream it is. We just got the game noise going on here, and that's about it. Kickoff. It's about to start. We're about to be underway. Need to get my timer ready, actually, don't I? You can sync yourself up using my live timer if you'd like to, for when you're watching along. And away we go. Okay. I think we're in time. Yeah, there we go. In time. 20 seconds almost on the clock. And away we go. Let's get into this game. Hopefully more interesting than the second half of the Brazil-Morocco game. Just realised I've kind of got the colours wrong here on my scoreboard, but it doesn't really matter, does it? Doesn't really matter. Scotland playing in the red kit, Haiti in the white. If any of these teams can manage to get the 3 points here, get the win, then they'll be going top of the group tonight, which will be good to see, won't it? Scotland or Haiti top of the group, where Brazil and Morocco are also in that group. But there's a long way to go before we get there yet. I think Scotland would be favourites in this game. I'll have a quick look. Got my phone here, I can see. Yeah, Scotland are pretty big favourites in this game. But you know, it doesn't always work out like that, does it, football? Hendry on the ball. Got a back line of Robertson, Hendry, Hanley, and Hickey. They got Doak, McTominay, Ferguson, McGinn in the middle, Che Adams, and Shankland up front. I think Shankland's the one who's just done very well for Hearts this season, right? I think that's him. Scotland pushing forward here through the defence. Get it out to Robertson, on the left. Bit of a foul there on John McGinn, but play continues. McTominay laid it off to Che Adams. Over to the right now to Doak. I'm not sure how you say his name, actually. I don't know who he is. Doak or Doak. I'm going to go with Doak. I'm going to go with Doak and stick with it. But Scotland with the first attack of the game. And the Haiti keeper gives it a big old kick up the field there for the number 20 to chase. Big guy there up front. Doesn't look the quickest, but it was bloody strong. Oh my god, I got it private. Just realised I've had my stream set to bloody private there this whole time. That's an absolute shocker. Scotland on the attack here. Ooh. Shankland trying to get the shot off. Not able to. Get it past the defender. I can't. I've literally had my stream set to private. I'm such an idiot. Only I can watch it. Hopefully that's fixed now. Yeah. That is fixed now. What an idiot. What a idiot. Been live here for 5 minutes talking to myself. Just had it set on private. So nobody can see it apart from me. Still new to the streaming game here. A few teething errors. How am I feeling about the game so far? Enjoyed the first half of the Brazil-Morocco game. Second half was pretty boring. Enjoyed the USA game. Was very impressed with the USA. The South Korea-Czechia game was good. I'm hoping this one is entertaining. You know, I'd expect Scotland to come away with a win here, but you don't know, do you? You just never know what's going to happen. I'm just saying though, whoever wins this, if someone wins this game, they're going to go top of the group, above Brazil and above Morocco, which will be funny to see. Haiti here on a bit of a counter-attack. Number 11 going to shoot from long range. Number 11, that would be Deedson. It's going to be a struggle for me with some player names here in this game. I'm just not familiar with the Haiti team. Familiar with the majority of the Scottish team. Yeah, I bet it's been a strange one for the Americans, seeing NFL stadiums being transformed into football stadiums, well, soccer stadiums. I mean, there was a lot of controversy as well before the tournament started, right? People were already complaining about the quality of the pitches, the ball not bouncing properly. There was the opportunity there to make a video about that, but I think people were getting riled up about nothing before the tournament had even started, before a ball's even been kicked, you know what I mean? People were complaining about stuff that's not even happened yet. And from what I've seen so far, the pitches look good. I've not noticed anything out of the ordinary, not seen any players complaining. So yeah. It's all looking good so far. Some of the stadium's beautiful. Ball played in. Oh, big header from big old Scott McTominay. Go sailing over the bar there. Yeah, they were in college stadiums, weren't they? And people didn't understand that they were not like they've not been transformed in the same way the World Cups, the official World Cup stadiums have been. Yeah, it's the media just riling people up for the most part, obviously, getting clicks on stories. Haiti are on a bit of an attack. But yeah, much ado about nothing, all that. But you know, people were always going to have a problem with America hosting the World Cup. People were always going to be ready to nitpick and find problems before problems even arise. Same thing happened with Qatar, right? We see football as mainly a European, South American sport. So I think if it's anywhere but there, people are going to have something to complain about. But it's the world's game, as they say. Should be hosted everywhere around the world. Every continent should have a chance to host it. My only problem with it is the bloody time differences, you know? But what's bad for me is good for someone else, and what's good for me is bad for someone else. Yeah, exactly. People love to be miserable, but miserable sells stories sometimes, doesn't it? Scotland with the ball there, playing around the back. Looking pretty comfortable so far. Not been any crazy attacks. Scott McTominay's header being the main one going over the bar. This one's in Massachusetts, which would be Boston, right? Scottish fans are out in force. A lot of Scottish flags posted around the stadium. I imagine they're going to have more there than Haiti will. It's a shame for Scotland that they are missing one of the main players in Billy Gilmore. Unfortunately, getting injured before the World Cup started. Because although they don't have the best, well, nowhere near one of the best teams in the world, but with Billy Gilmore in there, the midfield is actually very strong. McGinn, McTominay, Gilmore. It's a nice little combination there. But they have Ferguson coming in to fill that role today. Doak on the right wing. Yeah, your team played really well. I was actually very surprised with the way America played. It was a nice first game for you against Paraguay. Not the best team, but you played very well, especially in the opening 20 minutes. I thought you might be a bit nervous there with the home expectation, but you came out all cylinders firing. Pulisic was great. Your striker, Balogun, was amazing. Dest, good game. McKennie, good game. Yeah, you look really good. You played entertaining football. What do I think about England's chances? It's the hope that kills you. Always hopeful. Be supporting the boys. I don't think it's as strong as our team what's going into the Euros. But Tuchel's obviously tried something a bit different. Haiti on a bit of an attack here. Play the ball across. Oh, the strike with, I don't know if he's a striker or not, but he wasn't able to control it there in the box to get a shot off. Slipped away from him. But yeah, Tuchel's obviously tried something a little bit different there, hasn't he? Left out a couple of the superstars. Trying to build more of a team unit. It's the defence I worry about the most with England. You're going to have John Stones in there who's not played much this season. Konsa's going to be next to him. Good player, but not really played at the elite level as such in terms of Champions League football, international football. Haiti come again. Ball on the edge of the box. Work it out wide. Can they look to get the ball into the big man? He does put the ball in pretty quickly. Good first touch. Edge of the box, shoots. It's gone over. Probably row F. Not quite row Z, but maybe row F. Maybe G. But yeah, hopeful. I mean, we should get through our group. We actually have a pretty opposite scenario to USA. We've probably got our toughest group game first, whereas you guys had your easiest group game first. So we're thrown straight into it against Croatia. I think you come away with a draw or a win. You walk away okay with it. Obviously, a win is the aim. We should beat Croatia. Croatia are a good team, but on paper, I'd say we're stronger. And then the other two games, we should also win. But we'll see. Right now, Scotland, Haiti. Haiti having more of the ball than I expected them to. Thought Scotland would have more of a command on the game early on. Early yet, though. 11 and a half minutes into this one. Where would you... So you said you were new to watching football, right? How do you feel about USA's chances? Where would you be happy with the USA finishing? Haiti, yeah, still with possession of the football, moving it from left to right across the midfield. Going to look to have a run now down the right wing. It's getting stood up by Robertson, who does a good job. El Capitano Robertson. I think he's captain anyway. Yeah, he is over Scott McTominay. But Haiti win it back again. Looking to work a shot on the edge of the box. Gets the shot off, but you kicks that straight into two men. That was never going anywhere. Scotland look to break away, but commit a foul in the process. And Haiti have a free kick in a pretty good position here. I think that's Che Adams who give away the free kick there. Goes into the back of, was that Jean-Jacques? Yeah, quarters would be a good one for you. Yeah, you can't get too carried away there. You did play very well, but I think the only game really we'll really see what America are made of before the knockouts is going to be the Turkey game, the final game of your group. Australia should be pretty straightforward for you guys. Then Turkey will be a tougher test. But I think I actually had them get into the quarters in my World Cup prediction as well. The same as England. I think we could end up facing Brazil in the quarters. Haiti with the free kick here. Tried to float it in towards the back post, but overhits it. Yeah, I had if England win their group and Brazil win this group, which I don't know if that will happen now they've drawn, we could face each other in the quarters, and I'd fancy Brazil to beat us probably. I think quarters would be good for America. I always think it's good for the host nation to get pretty far in the tournament, you know. Be a shocker if the host nation goes out in the group stage. I think you've got a good chance with Pochettino. I think you have more of a chance of beating a big team with someone like Pochettino in charge. You know, he's got that tactical know-how to play in different ways, maybe. That would be crazy. I'd not even heard about that. Yeah, if England play USA July 4th. Yeah, if you guys beat us in that game, we'll never live that one down. I remember we played each other before in a World Cup, and I think we drew 1-1 in a group stage. You were in our group. I remember watching it. I was at it's like a football presentation for my football team, like an end of season awards. And we watched it there together as a team, and we were devastated that we drew with you guys. I'm pretty sure it was 1-1. Ball coming in from Haiti here from the left to the back post to go, but oh, it's a big chance for Haiti. I think the referee might have given a free kick or an offside in the process. Scotland needs to sort themselves out a little bit here. Yeah, it was a push in the back. That's where the free kick's been given there. But yeah, Scotland a bit all over the place right now. Haiti actually looking like the better team in the early stages. Still early though. As long as you don't concede, you're good. You're good to go. What is the general feeling in America at the moment? People interested in the World Cup, or is there still a lot of people more? I guess there's a lot more people interested in the NBA right now, right? Is that Game 5 happening right now in the NBA? I think it might be right. I should be bloody watching that. Spurs Knicks. Yeah, I guess no one's watching this game in America right now. Okay, Scotland stopping attack here. Come on, Scotland, get something going. I am rooting for Scotland in this game. Couple of step overs from Doak on the right wing. Gets the ball to this box. Oh, it's a great shot by Mr. Scott McTominay. Yeah, they're probably more interested when the NBA Finals are wrapped up, right? Scott McTominay at the post there. Haiti coming in now in a counter-attack. The big man up front. He doesn't look very mobile at all, but he's an absolute unit of a man. Whoa, nice little Trivela ball into the area, but the number 20, as I just mentioned, not very mobile. Wasn't able to get on the end of it. If you hear me typing away, I'm just making notes as we go along here for my match reaction. You know, it's good to take notes as you go. I'm not sure if my keyboard clicks pop up on the microphone or not. Okay, here comes Scotland down the left wing with Robertson. threads Che Adams through, still in a wide position. Brings it back central to Ferguson. Out to Hickey. Doak. Back to Hickey. Bit of possession here now for Scotland. It's what they needed. Settle the nerves. Get a hold of the game. But then they just boot it long there. Was that Hendry? He's just kicked it to absolutely nobody. Gone all the way through to the Haiti keeper. It's pretty poor, that. Okay, Haiti messing around a bit with it at the back. As soon as a bit of pressure got put on him, they've hoofed it long to the big man, number 20. I need to learn his name. Pierre? I think it's Pierre. They seem to have quite a French influence on the names, right? Jean-Jacques, Pierre, Providence. They got a guy called Experience, Delacroix, or Delcroix. It's quite a French influenced couple of names there. We're not going to be able to learn all of the names of the Haiti players probably as we go. We'll try with a few. But this, I'd put more of an effort in if we were going to be watching more of the Haiti games, but this will probably be the only time I watch one of their games in this competition. I was saying that I might watch like Brazil against them, but maybe not live stream it. Probably going to be looking at like a 5-0 victory there or something, aren't you? Robertson gets us started again. Ball played back to Ferguson. Hendry. Moves it over to Hanley eventually after taking 100 touches. Gets out to Hickey. Okay, Haiti pressing Scotland now. Scotland forced back to the goalkeeper. Robertson plays it through, but couldn't control it and through to Haiti's goalkeeper. Brazil's result was kind of disappointing today. Morocco definitely going to be the happier of the two sides. Morocco are a good team. They just won the AFCON. They did pretty well in the last World Cup. They have some good players. They don't have many standout superstars apart from the right back and captain Hakimi, who plays for PSG. But they have a good team. They have a good, solid team with international experience and then obviously Champions League, Europa League experience. So I don't think anyone thought Brazil were going to beat them easily today, but Brazil were definitely favourites going into the game. I think Brazil are just okay with it. If they would have got beat, it would have been a little bit of a disaster maybe. But that's not what happened, so they'll be okay with it. That was always going to be the toughest game of the group. It's a shame. I think it would have been a better game if it would have been the third game of the group. It almost puts them in a situation now, Brazil and Morocco, where they kind of have to score as many goals as they can against these two teams. First and foremost, win the game, obviously, but then try and get as much goal difference as you can in order to win the group. Because you imagine, if things go as expected, both teams should now finish on 7 points, right? But I think Scotland have the ability to upset Morocco. Brazil always have that thing of individual brilliance, right? Even if they don't play particularly well, they have Vini, Rafinha, who can create something out of nothing. Normally Neymar as well, but he's obviously missing. Morocco don't really have that as such. Ball out wide here for Haiti. Number 11 puts the ball in nice and quick again. The player goes down in the box, a Haiti player, number 18, claiming a penalty. It looks like there was a little bit of contact there, but I'm not sure it was enough for a penalty, if we're being honest. Scotland really struggling to get anything flowing in this game so far. They're having a look at this. No, absolutely nothing in there. If anything, he should be booked for diving. He's felt a touch. There's a hand on the back, but there's no pushing motion. There's no... I think Rod Stewart's there in the crowd. Famous Scotsman. And just like that, we're already at our hydration break. So this is an interesting thing, I think, with the hydration break now as well. Like, obviously it's to drink water, but also you get a chance to reset the momentum. It's come at a bad time for Haiti. They're probably definitely the better team so far. So it's a bit of a momentum killer. Gives the manager a bit of a chance to have a chat with the players. Although I can't really see the manager getting that involved here. It's more Robertson leading the talk at this point. Is the manager not allowed to go over? I'm pretty sure I saw Ancelotti talking to him. No, I can see the Haiti manager having a chat with him. Couldn't see the Scotland manager having a chat. Steve Clark. But yeah, we saw in the Brazil-Morocco game, Morocco were all over Brazil until that hydration break, and then Brazil managed to... I'm not sure how long the hydration break is, 3 minutes. Managed to have a bit of a reset and get themselves going again. Have a stretch myself. Been bloody back to back on the streams today. Back to back to back. We're not going to do the next game though. This will be the last game we stream of the day. I'll probably just catch up with the highlights of the last game tomorrow. I think it's like 3 minutes to get for this hydration break. I should have a hydration break. Every time they have a hydration break, I'll do the same. My leaky water bottle. It's a nice stadium, the Boston Stadium. Big old screen there, double screen. Obviously, my favourite stadium is Old Trafford, but we don't even have a screen. We don't even have a small screen. We just have like a scoreboard. Okay, hydration break coming to an end. 3 minutes, I think it is then. Seems to happen around the 22nd minute. And it's going to be Hendry getting us underway again. See if Scotland can come back after this break. Obviously, I mean, I'm not sure what the heat's like in Boston. Yeah, no screen at all. So that's why it can be frustrating in the Premier League because some stadiums don't have screens. So when they're doing like the VAR checks, especially in Old Trafford, we don't even have a board to say that there's a VAR check happening. So you just don't know what's going on. You have no idea what's happening. You don't know what they're looking at. You don't get to see the replay yourself. So then if there's a decision that's made after VAR, you're almost kind of left oblivious, which is why now the referee will come and explain what happened. But you don't actually get to see it for yourself, which is not great, but there's nowhere to really put a screen in our stadium. It's not something they can really implement without some major construction there. So yeah, it is what it is. Travel the world in the 7 seas. Doak on the right wing now. Scotland kit's quite nice, this red kit. They got the Adidas Originals badge there, I think it was. Long ball played up to Shankly. Tries to nod it down to John. It wasn't John McGinn, actually. He tried to nod it down to, I don't know who it was. But Haiti managed to clean it up and come on the counter-attack here. Coming down the left wing. Nice ball into the area. They're going down very easily, these Haiti players, looking for penalties. That's what I was going to say. I'm not sure how hot it is in Boston at this time. But let me tell you, it'll be hotter than it is in Scotland. These Scottish players will probably be feeling the heat if it is hot. Haiti obviously going to be much better equipped for the heat than Scotland will be. Okay, Scotland get it out to Robertson now. especially some of these older players like Robertson, who fitness could already be a bit of an issue. Didn't get too many Premier League minutes this year. Nice ball played over the top there for Adams. Che Adams lays it back off to Doak. Is he going to try and work across? Beats his man. Gets a low ball in. Che Adams shoots. Deflected out. John McGinn. John McGinn scored. John McGinn. Come on, Scotland. There we go. John McGinn, one of the main men for Scotland. Guy who's had a great season at Aston Villa. Previously been linked to moving to United and stuff. Gets himself on the scoreboard and probably against the run of play. And again, we're looking at that hydration break again. It's good. I think it's going to be a big thing in this World Cup. So I was saying, get the hydration break. There could be a... Nah, I don't think he is offside. I think he might be on. You can never really tell from the angle they provide you there. But yeah, Che Adams just laid it off to Doak there on the right wing, who beat his man, got the low-driven cross in. Che Adams gets his shot deflected. John McGinn shoots. And there we go. 1-0. I don't think John McGinn's initial shot was actually going in. It might not even go down as a John McGinn goal, that one. It might actually go down as an own goal. Got deflected in. Right now it's been given to McGinn. I don't know if McGinn's initial shot was drifting wide, though. But honestly, they won't care. Yeah, the goal's been given to McGinn for now. It was a great finish. Well, I think it got deflected right, but it was a good move by Scotland. But here come Haiti straight away. But they fouled the defender. Yeah, it was a good move. It was a good crossing by that Doak. Adams did well to get on the end of it. And then, chaos in the box. It's a really nice Scotland kit, that. I've been impressed with a lot of the international kits. All in all, international kits are normally pretty nice, aren't they? So the way own goals work is if the initial shot, so McGinn took the initial shot there, right? If that shot was already going on target, so it was already going to be within the range of the goalposts, and it gets deflected and goes in, then it would still count as a John McGinn goal. If the ball was heading wide of the goalposts, and then it gets deflected and goes in as a result of the deflection, it would go down as an own goal because the original shot wasn't going to be on target. It wasn't going to be a goal without the deflection. So that's the way they decide it. To me, it kind of looked like that ball was going to hit the post or drift out wide, but they normally initially give it to the goal scorer, and then they might change it after. They normally give the benefit of the doubt to the goal scorer, right? You'd rather see the goal be given to someone from that actual team instead of an own goal against someone on the other team. It's not good for anyone given an own goal. But yeah. Good start for Scotland. Well, it was actually a pretty poor start for Scotland. That hydration break, give them a chance to reset, and since then they've come back looking better. It's an interesting addition to the rule set, the water break. I keep calling it hydration break because that's what pops up on my screen, but I'd call it a water break. But yeah, since then they've come out like a different team. Good ball in by Doak. Oh, I mean, they look like a completely different team now. Give the Scots a bit of water and they can play again. Oh yeah, scoreboard. Good shout. Let's get to it. There we go. Scotland won. I don't have a good Scottish accent. I'm not good with any accent. And I know I've got the colours wrong on my scoreboard, but what are you going to do? I can't be bothered changing it. Don't want to break it. I barely know what I'm doing here with this live stream, so I'm not going to mess with the team colours. When I think of Scotland, I think of blue, It was pretty close to being offside. It was a very well-timed run by Che Adams. Bit of daylight there anyway for him. Okay, here come Haiti. They've just won a free kick. Robertson's dragged a man down. McTominay has been pretty quiet so far for Scotland. He had that header chance early on, but not much since then. But yeah, it looks like they've definitely given John McGinn the goal. Okay, let's see what Haiti can do off this free kick now. Well, the home kit would be blue. Let's just watch this free kick. Ball goes in, gets it well, wins the header, but it's going to go wide. Is it going to be a corner? It might even be a throw-in. It's going to be a throw-in either way, not a goal kick or corner. Yeah, so, I mean, Haiti's home kit must be white. Technically, Haiti are the home team here, just because, I don't know. It's just the way they've worked it out. So they would have had first choice of kits. But Scotland's home kit is blue. So you will see him in a blue kit at some point. Okay, here come Haiti again. Since the goal, there's still goals in this game, definitely. I could see both teams ending up with a goal on the scoreline. Keepers fumbled it, and we just got scrappy behaviour here in the penalty area. I mean, what looks like a simple gather for the goalkeeper, he's fumbled it. Gun it is in net. I think offside was given anyway. Angus Gunn. Let's have a look at this again. It looks like he should have dealt with it a lot better than he did. Actually, I'm being very harsh on him there. The ball did get fired into him, and there was a few people in his vision, so he couldn't see much what's going on. Maybe he did pretty well to get anything on it, actually. I mean, it did take a massive deflection, that goal. Oh, John McGinn doing the old... Okay, here come Haiti again. This number 11 is very lively for Haiti on the right wing. What's he called? Deedson. Because you'd think Robertson's a weird one to target, I guess, because he's probably the most established Scotland player alongside McTominay and McGinn. But Robertson is probably, the most established player. He's the most experienced in it, but they seem to be targeting that wing. Maybe they think they've got a pace advantage on him. Robertson's done pretty well with him so far, but he does look pretty lively, that Deedson. I'll get into that in a second, Dylan. Let's just watch his free kick on the right. It's been whipped in. Oh, good header, but it's gone wide. So they tried to let the play go on. Maybe the linesman thinks it's offside. But if it's a tight one, what they'll do is they'll let the rest of the play unfold, the rest of the attack unfold. And then if there was a goal after it, they'll review it. If there's no goal and the play kind of comes to an end, then the linesman will raise his flag and they'll go back and take the free kick. It's because if the linesman gives an offside and then it turns out it wasn't offside and they stopped an attack for that reason, it's kind of bad, right? Because it could have led to a goal. Okay, see you later, mate. Enjoy the NBA Finals. I'm also keeping an eye on the score there. Enjoy. But sometimes they should just call the offside earlier than they actually do. You know what I mean? Sometimes it's so obviously offside, but they just let it go on, which can also be controversial if someone then gets injured or something because the play continued. Scotland playing around at the back. Haiti starting to apply a bit of a press on him. But Scotland seem pretty comfortable playing through it. Hanley's going to go with a long switch of the ball over to Robertson. Good pass. John McGinn got fouled there, but the referee didn't give it. Haiti play a through ball to the big number 20, lays it off. Get the shot away. No. Great defending from Hickey, the right back. Good play from Haiti, though. Actually, better than I thought they would be. They seem to have a clear style of play, which is always good for teams like this, you know. You got to come in with a game plan, right? They seem to want to get the ball mainly down this right wing and get the ball into the big man. Or they're giving it straight to the big man for him to hold up and cause a bit of chaos in there. That number 20 up front, Perry, I think he was called. Yeah. Oh, I'm having problems with my viewing of the game here. There we go. We're back. Yeah, I mean that's where if someone does get hurt and it turns out it was for no reason, that's where it's a little bit controversial. But I think it is best. Someone just got butts there. My stream actually froze there. Not I keep saying stream. It's not a stream. I'm watching it on ITV, but not on a TV. If you know what I mean, through their like ITV player. But it froze there. Someone just got butts. I'm not sure who that was. It looked like Tomine. No, it was actually the Haiti player. Belgade. I'm not sure how you say the name. But yeah, yellow card there. First yellow card of the game. 38 minutes into this game. This game's actually gone fairly quick. Your feed went down as well. Maybe it was a... Yeah, because it wasn't like it froze. It was like a signal problem or something. I don't know. Like yellow and pink popped up on the screen. I thought, I don't know what was happening there. I mean, Haiti won't be going into the halftime too disappointed with the performance, but pretty disappointed with the scoreline here because I think for the majority of the half, they may have been the better team. But here we go. Scotland free kick. See what Robertson can do here. Normally has a good delivery of the ball. Going to be targeting Shankland, Hanley, Hendry. See if he can find any of them. Che Adams will be in there ready to pounce. Ball's played in towards the back. Flicked on. Che Adams. Ooh. Cleared away by the defender before Che could get to it. John McGinn. Robertson plays a long ball up to Che, but cleared away again well by the defence. And here come Haiti on a bit of a counter-attack. They need to go quick before Scotland get back in position. Go out to the right to, I forgot his name again. Deedson. Beats his man. Doesn't put the cross in. Now does put the cross in. Big man number 20, Perriot, gets a head on it, but it was always going to be tough to generate power on that one. Probably shouldn't have aimed it towards goal. Should have tried to flick it across or something. This half's gone really quick, though. I've enjoyed this first half. Been a pretty well-matched game. That's the thing. You don't always need two big names to make a good football match. Sometimes it's better to just have two, not average teams. Obviously, all these players on this pitch are amazing footballers, but in world terms, average teams. They were well matched. Makes for a good game. One ball played up to Shankland there, trying to make a noose of himself. But yeah, sometimes if you have a game where it's like a big team, say when it's like Brazil Haiti, it's probably not going to be the most enjoyable game to watch, is it? But these types of games of the World Cup are always interesting to watch, especially when you see a team with a clear game plan like Haiti seem to have. They like the wide play. Nothing too fancy, keeping it nice and simple, but it's been effective so far. You see the quality though when the shots come in. That's the third or fourth time they've hit row F there. That one might have actually gone a bit higher. That one might have got to row M. Good defending there by the number 4, stepping in to stop that long goal kick. We've had a lot of shots. 8 attempts on goal from Scotland, 6 attempts on score from Haiti. Both had 2 on target. See what Haiti can do here with the last few minutes. Probably going to have 3 minutes minimum added time for the water break. Maybe 4 in total. Maybe 1 minute for the goal that happened. But 3 minutes to go of normal time in this half. Haiti trying to get something going down the left wing. Scotland managed to get it away. Get the ball into McGinn. Goes out to the right to Doak. Can he bring it down? He can. Back to Hickey. Should look for McGinn. McGinn's got a bit of space in the middle. Would like to see McTominay get more involved in this game for sure. Not seeing much from him at all. Yeah, Haiti has a good strong first half. Okay, McTominay gets it out to the right to Doku. Just absolutely hoofs that ball up in the air. Che Adams has made a bit of a nuisance of himself, but ends up committing a foul. I'm not sure that was a foul, to be honest. On the big centre back, Ade. Number 4. Give him a little bum slap there as well. Cheeky. Cheeky. A minute to go here in the half, plus added time. It's funny to see Qatar Airways being advertised. It's making me think we're back at the Qatar World Cup here. Haiti on the left wing now. Feel like they need to start getting the crosses in a little bit quicker here. Messing around with it a bit. The ball does come in. Finds the number 20. Oh, he tries to be too fancy with his touch. He's tried to do like a drag back almost with it, and I just don't think he has that in the locker. If he would have pulled it off, it would have been amazing, but surely you just take a normal touch there. Does he have that in the locker? He was offside anyway. Oh, the Scots have got the bagpipes out in the audience. Is that the worst instrument ever created? The bagpipes. It's probably good there's no Scottish people in here to hear me say that. Bloody horrible noise. 4 minutes added on. Yeah. Bit of inexperience, maybe. A bit naive to be caught offside. I think this big man probably needs to play right on the edge because he's not the quickest. Doesn't seem like. But at the same time, oh, bit of a tussle there. I think that was Hickey pulling the shirt of the Haiti player. The free kick's actually gone to Scotland, though. Not sure how that's happened. I'm having a look at this again. I don't understand how this free kick's... yeah. I mean, they're both kind of at it. They should have just kind of let it go, yeah. I mean, the Scots player kind of started the shirt pulling. The Haiti players kind of reacted a bit of an arm in the face, but not much to it. Yeah. Bit of a poor decision. Referee's not had too much to do so far. It was for the arm in the face, I'm guessing, but yeah, I would have just let that one go. Another free kick. This time for the weight of Haiti. Adi at the back, bringing it forward. I don't know what's happened there, but it looks like he just fell over. But free kick's been given against Che Adams. Che Adams give away a few free kicks now. He is a pretty feisty guy, Che Adams. He does have that in his personality. He does like to give away free kicks. Is likely to get booked at some point while pressing. You also don't mind it though, you know. You're letting the defenders know. You can't dilly-dally on the ball. You ain't got all the time in the world. I'm going to come into you. I'm going to give you some. Some strikers don't do that, so it's good to have a bit of feist there. Good turn there by the big man. Does lose possession of the ball, though, for Haiti. They get it back, though. They got 2 minutes to get something going in this first half. Can they get on the scoreboard? Haiti have played pretty well. I'd just like them to see get the balls into the box a little bit quicker than they are doing. You're almost giving time for Scotland just to get 7, 8 men back into their own penalty area every time you're attacking. So by the time that cross does come in, you've kind of got 2 men stood on the big man. You'll see here, look at the big man. He's got 1 man right on him. By the time the ball comes in, sometimes he's got 2 people on him. So he's big, but he's not as strong as 2 people. A minute to go. Can't imagine Scotland going to push too hard to try and get anything here in the last minute of this first half. No, they're just going to see this half out, it looks like. I'm dying for the toilet. I'm going to run there at half time. That hydration break has done me in. Oh, nice play by Doak on the right. Breaks away from his defender. Oh, what a horrible cross. I think he was trying to pull it back to John McGinn on the edge of the box, but he just didn't pull it off. There was actually a free man. I think Robertson was free at the back post. The ball does go into the back post now towards Shankland, but cleared away again. That should be the half. One last attack, maybe. McGinn. Decides not to just cross it straight in. Ref's going to blow if they don't get it in a second. And the ref does blow for half-time. They should have just got the ball in the box there. But there we go. Half-time wrapped up. 1-0 for Scotland. Good first half. Pretty entertaining. No complaints from my end. Pretty even game. Scotland got the goal though. That's all that matters. Scotland probably had the other best chance as well with the Scott McTominay header early on. Wasn't an amazing chance, but pretty good one. Just checking, that goal is still down as a John McGinn goal. I was honestly expecting that to go down as an own goal, but it's not. I'm just going to take a quick little break, and I'll be back in 2 minutes. Okay, we're back. Let's have a look at. You personally really enjoyed aggressive players like that. Yeah, we were all a bit more aggressive when we were young and carefree, weren't we? Playing sports. When I play football these days, the main aim is to not get injured. Want to have a quick look at the match stats. I'm just going to do it on my phone. It's easier. I'm not just staring at my phone here. I'm looking at the match stats. So we got ball possessions pretty evenly split. 45% for Haiti, 55% for Scotland. Expected goals, 0.96 for Scotland, 0.64 for Haiti. 1 big chance each. 8 shots for Haiti, 7 for Scotland. A lot more passes from Scotland. But yeah, pretty even game all around. I mean, even like the where the ball's been played, the majority is split pretty evenly. So good game so far. It's been a good little game. The game after this is Australia and Turkey, right? Let's just check that. Oh, Turkey. But yeah, let's see what the second half will bring for us. Let's have a look at these highlights. If I was to summarize the first half, though, I reckon first 20 minutes, Haiti were definitely the better team. Very aggressive going forward. Good work down the right wing with Deedson. Big man did pretty well up top. I don't think he has much skill in his locker, but he's definitely a bit of a nuisance up there. He was causing a bit of chaos. Scotland had nothing really in the first 20 minutes apart from the McTominay header chance. And then as soon as that hydration break happened, Scotland came out firing, didn't they, after that? It seemed like Robertson was the one leading the talk during that break, as opposed to the manager. And then, yeah, they came out, and they just seemed to have a new lease of life there. And after that bit of water, they got the goal, a well-worked goal. John McGinn was the one who got his name on the score sheet. And then since the goal, it kind of evened out a little bit again. Scotland probably slightly the better team, maybe still, but pretty even overall. I mean, it's been a good game, good physical game. A few good tackles been put in there. Not the most technical quality on the pitch for either team in certain positions, but definitely a good work rate going on. Be interested to see what happens in the second half now. Honestly, I would normally have a look at the benches and talk through the bench. I don't know I don't know any of the Haiti starting lineup, so I definitely don't know the bench players. What about Scotland? What does Scotland have to offer on the bench? Kieran Tierney, good player. Scott McKenna. They got Tyler Fletcher, the young boy from Manchester United. Not sure if we'll see him feature in the tournament. If he was going to feature in a game, it probably would be this one, right? Obviously, he's been brought in, I think, in replacement for Billy Gilmore, who got left out. And then Ryan Christie, Lyndon Dykes. I don't think either team's going to be in a rush to change much, though. I think both will be pretty happy with the performance. Obviously, Scotland will be the happier of the two, coming in with a goal to the name. What do you guys think of the first half? Do you think Haiti will score? Haiti have made some good attacks, but they've not actually looked like scoring as such. And without being too harsh, if they can't score in this game, they're going to struggle against Brazil or Morocco. So this could be their only chance to score a goal in the World Cup. Do you think they will score a goal? Hope I'm not being too harsh there. But I think especially going forward with Brazil and Morocco, definitely going to have a small focus on goal difference there to try and win the group. They're not going to want to concede goals. I hope they do. Well, I want Scotland to win, so I don't really want them to score. But it's kind of sad if you go to a World Cup and don't score a goal in it. Who's playing tomorrow in the World Cup? keep looking and I keep forgetting. Too much information coming in. Who've we got tomorrow? Tomorrow we're gonna see Germany in action against Curacao, who I've seen a lot of on social media doing all the dancing on the team bus and that. Good energy in that team. Then we're gonna see Ivory Coast versus Ecuador. That's actually a really good game. And then Netherlands. Oh no, that's a different day, isn't it? Netherlands, Japan's the day after. So it's just. Oh no. No, sorry, it's Germany, Curacao, then we got Netherlands, Japan, then we got Ivory Coast, Ecuador, and then Sweden, Tunisia tomorrow. So some good games there. Netherlands, Japan is definitely the standout game there. That'll be an interesting one to watch. Might do a watch along for that. We'll see. Spain, Cape Verde. First one the day after. That will be that's just going to be a blowout for Spain, but be interesting to see Spain in action, won't it? It's the 4 games tomorrow. Yeah, I think there's 4 games every day now. Because I think what they try and do is so tomorrow's like Group E and Group F. So all 4 teams from Group E will play, and all 4 teams from Group F will play. And it seems like that's how the group stage is going to work then. And then Group H and Group G will go the day after, and so on and so forth. So annoying that England are in Group L. Means we're on the last day. Also, I mean, already making excuses before there's anything to make excuses about, but it means you're going to have a short time from your group games to the knockout stages. But we've also had more time to prepare for our group games, so I guess it works in both ways, right? We've basically had an extra week compared to the likes of Mexico, South Africa, USA. We basically had an extra week of training. 3 on Tuesday and 5 on Wednesday. Yeah, see, it's kind of hard to tell with the time sometimes on mine because obviously the time zone's weird, so some of them go into the next day in terms of it being like a 2 a.m. game or something. You know what I mean? But yeah, on average 4, but yeah, some days maybe 3, some days 5. But yeah, it's a bit weird to have to wait a week for your team to even get on the pitch. We've had all our bloody equipment stolen. Did you see that story? Someone stole our team training kits and boots and stuff. I don't know if it's the actual boots they were planning on wearing for the game, because it's pretty bad if it is, because obviously these players don't go and buy the boots off the shelf. Sometimes some of them will have special boots, or maybe they got a pair of lucky boots, you know. So these players have superstitions. Nah. Hopefully nothing important, too important went missing. I've not checked the story out today, but seems like it was all being stored in a van of some sort. It was obviously being transported and it's been parked up somewhere and somebody stole it all. But maybe there's been some new updates on that. I don't know. Yeah, bloody Americans, eh? You rascals. Someone's got a team, a house full of England equipment. Yeah, I mean, they shouldn't have most of it. They'll be able to replace easily. I'm pretty sure they'll get stuff sent over very quick. But it's just a weird one, isn't it? Have a look at the story now. Let's see. Oh, they've recovered it. Stolen England training equipment recovered. This on BBC. They've recovered the majority of the training equipment that was stolen prior to their arrival in Kansas City on Saturday. Um, the vans that they were being stored in were broken into. Footwear was among the items stolen, but did not include any elite boots. Oh, so nothing that was going to be used in the game was taken. It was training equipment. 2 arrests have been made. They found them quick, didn't they? I bet if mine or your stuff got stolen, it wouldn't get found that quickly. They wouldn't even bother bloody looking, would they? I don't know if America's the same, but in England, they wouldn't have found our stuff. But yeah, it says we have plenty of pairs of boots throughout the season, but for the tournament, a lot of them will have been personalized. A lot of them will have their own special insoles. So they would have been prepared months in advance. So losing them would have been a problem. But it seems like they've recovered all of it. 2 arrests have been made. But yeah, the police got to work quick. Quick with that one. I mean, it's not a good look, is it, for Kansas, the Kansas City police, if they don't find it, I guess. They got everyone on that case nice and quick. Imagine you break into a van, because they probably didn't know what they were stealing, I guess. Maybe they did, but you break into a van and then you're like, bloody hell, everyone's going to be on us now. This second half should be up and running pretty soon, I think. Keeping my eye on the NBA score here as well. Looks like a tight game there. Third quarter, Knicks, Spurs. See if any... Oh, the players coming back out now. We'll see if any changes have been made. Don't think they will be too eager to make changes at this point. But I guess we'll see. Can hear the bagpipes going again. Okay, yeah, looks like we're ready to get back underway. All the players are back out on the field, ready to take the positions. It's definitely a Scottish-dominated crowd here. I say that, and then it shows a lot of Haiti people. Haitians, I guess they're called. I was going to search them. Oh, I want to know what the weather is in Boston. Guess I just put in Boston. It's in Boston, Massachusetts, right? Let me just look at my PC. I don't know why I'm looking at my phone. I literally have a PC in front of me. Boston, Massachusetts. Weather. Thank God for auto spell there. I would not have known how to spell that. Why is it coming up in Fahrenheit? I want 25 degrees. So it's not too bad. It's late there, isn't it? Is it 10 p.m. there? 11 p.m. Still pretty hot though for a Scotsman. So it's hotter at pitch side as well. I don't know if you've ever been on the stadium pitch at pitch level, but it's always super hot there. I don't know if it's something to do with you being surrounded by structures coming up or something. You don't get as much air, or I don't know what it is. But that's always in the sun. I don't know if at night it'll have the same effect. But the players should be used to playing in this heat. It's nothing too crazy. And away we go. Haiti going to get us... Oh, I need to do my timer. Going with a long ball from the goalkeeper. Let's just put it to 20 and then we'll... Oh. Okay, 45, 20. There we go. All synced up again. Ready to go for the second half. It's 10 o'clock. So to be fair to it, because there's still a game on after this, right? So the game on after this is in 2 hours' time. But I'm guessing it's in a different part of America where the time zone's different. Because surely they're not kicking off at midnight, right? I mean, I'm the one complaining about time zones, but America have definitely done the best to make it okay for everyone else by, because it's a pretty late game to be playing. I'm not sure where the Australia-Turkey game is. Haiti playing the long ball again, but Tomine on the ball now in the middle. See if he can make more of an impact in this second half. Ball played over to the right to Doak, but I think the defender's going to beat him there. He does. Number 5 gets there before him. Get the lineups back up on my phone so I can tell who these players are. Could be a free kick for Haiti. Goalkeeper's going to come over to the left to take this one. Seems to have a big old goal kick, this guy. And it's going to be a foul straight away on the big man, number 20. Periot. Or Piero. It's the only reason I wish I was listening to the commentary, just because then I'd become more familiar with how to say the names. But it's weird if you have commentary going on in your ear and you're trying to talk at the same time. It's a bit confusing, you know what I mean? Just got the stadium noises on instead. I don't like to listen to it in complete silence. It's good to be able to hear the whistles and that. Here we go. John McGinn coming through the middle, beats his man, looks to play it out to the right to Doak. Oh, it's a 10 p.m. kickoff where it is, British Columbia. Yeah, it's crazy that you have different time zones in your country. I understand it. Obviously, America's bloody massive. But I don't know if and China just has one time zone, doesn't it? I'm not sure if Russia has multiple time zones. Doak's here on the right hand side. He does get dispossessed by the number 15. There's definitely a bit of shirt pulling going on by Doak's, but number 15 continues with it. Gets the pass away. Now we moved over to the right side for Haiti. Arcus on the ball. Gives it to Ade. Moves it over to Experience. Out to Providence on the left wing. Back to Experience. Game's sort of started in a similar way to it finishing. Pretty even. Both teams playing pretty good football. The Morocco-Brazil game actually got a bit clumsy at times. Easily dispossessed and stuff. Haiti do that, though, what they just did right there. The number 10 is kind of just massively overhit a forward pass. I'm starting to lose my voice here. I've been talking for 4 hours on the trot here. Well, not yet, but almost. Robertson wants to play a ball down the line. And there's a foul by Ade, I think it was. Foul John McGinn. Oh, it wasn't John McGinn, it was Shankland. Just assumed it was going to be McGinn there on the left wing. Just got McTominay on the ball, trying to get things ticking over in the midfield. Long ball played over to the right to Dokes. Not going to get there, is he? No. Throw in. Oh, it's in Canada, sorry. 7 time zones. Bloody hell. Number 20 does a good job holding it up, but then does get dispossessed. It's going to get a free kick, though. Free kick to Haiti. Haiti on the right-hand side now. Looking to move the ball. Let's see a shot at some point in this half. I don't think we've had a shot yet in the open 7 minutes of this one. Haiti got a lot of men forward here. Should try look to get the ball in. They do, but it gets blocked by Hickey. Going to be a corner. Ooh, we got a corner. Blocked with his head. Good lad. See if Haiti have the quality of delivery here to cause a problem. The number 18 is being warned for standing too close to the keeper. They actually go short. Gets the ball into the back post. Oh, it was actually a really good ball. Just over the head of the oncoming man. That one would have had the Scottish fans' bums twitching. See, that's the thing in it with these games. We're watching it like relatively calm. I want Scotland to win, but you know, not going to lose any sleep if they don't win the game. Whereas if you're a Scotland fan right now, you're on the edge of your seat for every little moment of this game. Every corner, every time Haiti come into your half, your heart's pounding. That'll be me in the England-Croatia game. Here they come again. Haiti down the left wing. Good defensive work by Dokes there. And he celebrates it as well. I mean, this game is massive because it's almost like, I mean, you can't completely write him off against, he's grabbing his piece there while he's defending. You don't want to write him off completely against Brazil or Morocco, but if you don't win this game, your World Cup is, on paper, basically over. Right? You got to win this game. Even a draw's no good. You got to win this game. Draw for Morocco and Brazil in their game was okay for both teams. A draw for Haiti or Scotland is a disaster. Got to win this game. Scotland probably continue to play the football they've been playing up until about the 70th minute when that realisation hits. They might start getting a bit more tentative, sit back, defend the lead. But we'll see. Very 50-50 so far. Robertson on the ball here on the left. Struggling to play the ball through Haiti's midfield at the moment. Not able to get much going. They get a free kick, play it quickly though. John McGinn gets it out to Robertson. Whips it across. Shankland isn't able to get on the end of it, but Dokes is there at the back post. And I think we got a corner. I think Shankland was offside there though. So I don't think it would have been a goal had it gone in. So it's probably good he missed it and they got a corner instead. Oh, sorry. McGinn whips the ball in. Haiti win the header out for another corner. Period, the big man, back there defending, doing his duties. Ball whips in again from McGinn. Back post this time. McTominay was there. Seems to have took a bit of a knock to the head, both players. Bit of a clash of heads. Nothing serious, but be a sore one. Gets up high, doesn't he, McTominay? It's good defending by Haiti there. Did enough to disrupt him. Referee's just checking McTominay's okay here before we get underway again. I mean, I think he's been playing deeper in this game than I would have expected him to. Kind of expected him to see him kind of behind Che Adams and Shankland, but he's just been sat there in the midfield, keeping things ticking. He's not really stood out, McTominay, as much as maybe we thought he would. But I guess he's been given a specific role to do. And the manager didn't feel the need to change anything, so I guess he's pretty happy with it. Che Adams has just been clattered there. Then the ball's been booted out and it's hit the linesman. Have a look at that again. Yeah, that should have been a yellow card, that one. He's come in from behind and took both his legs. I think he got away with it, though. Okay, here comes Scotland on the left. Bit clumsy there with the 1-2. Goal kick to Haiti. Okay, here we go. Haiti going to go down the left this time. Slowing the build up. Probably going to be looking at both teams to make a couple of changes, maybe more from Haiti's end than Scotland. Ball gets whipped in from Haiti, and they're looking for a penalty again, but you're just not going to get it for that. You're going down far too easily there, especially for a big man. But yeah, I probably expect Haiti to be the first one to flinch on the substitutes bench. Scotland are comfortable right now. Ball whipped in from Robertson. Shankland can't quite get on the end of it. Going to be a corner though. But yeah, Scotland will be feeling fairly comfortable. Haiti are getting the ball, but they're not really causing too many problems. It's going down looking for a penalty, but it's never going to get never going to get given. You're my voice proper going. Okay, here we go. I'm not sure who's taking this one, actually. Don't think it's not McGinn this time, is it? Oh, maybe it is McGinn again. No, it's not. Ball gets whipped in. It's a loopy one towards the back. Che Adams tries to get something on it, but it's cleared away by Haiti. Chance to counter-attack here if they can get going quickly. This is the problem when you put your strikers back to defend, especially at 1-0 down. He is a big man, but at the same time, a corner for the opposition can be a chance for you to counter and get a goal. It's kind of tough to do that when you have one man isolated up the field on his own. Didn't they win the free kick, though? A chance to get themselves forward again. Half an hour to go in this one. Probably coming up to the hydration break soon. I think it'll be around the 65th, 68th minute, something like that. Seems to be like 22 minutes into the half, or as close to that as they can possibly get. Ball fizzed out to the left now. Number 8 for Haiti, looking to get the ball in. He does. Periot's there. He's not able to get anything on it. Just trickles out for a throw-in over on the other side. Okay, we've got to stop in play now. And here we go. First substitute of the game. It's going to be Casamia, number 21, coming on for the number 11. Which is actually surprising. That's Deedson. I thought he's done okay there on the right wing up against Robertson, but he's going to be the man making way. Fresh legs on the field, new perspective, new skill set, see what he can bring to the field. I wonder if they have any way to change the game with the striker, because the big man has made a bit of a nuisance of himself. He's got himself involved, but never really looked like scoring. It's actually been a wasteful couple of moments. Scotland here, though, coming on the attack. John McGinn gets surrounded by two men and gets hacked at the ankles there, wins a free kick. Thought about taking it quick, but then kind of realised we're not in any rush here. Let's take our time with this one. Scott McTominay stood over it. I imagine, yeah, he'll leave it, move his way into the area. Big lad, gets up well. Robertson's coming over to take it. Chips it out to the left, dealt with by Haiti and away by Haiti. The referee stopped the game again, though. He's unhappy with something. Was it an offside? Don't know what he's unhappy with. Oh, it hit him. And now arguing over who gets possession of the football here. I think Haiti will just have to kick it back. Kick it back to Scotland. Scotland. I expect to see a couple more subs, though, coming from Haiti soon. Don't think one change is going to be enough to change this game. Okay, long ball played through over on the right side. Good touch there. I think this is the new guy who came on now, on the right wing. Forgot his name. But again, I mean, they're getting the ball in good positions here in the final third, but then they're just kind of reluctant just to either drive into the box or put a ball in. They kind of turn back on themselves quite a lot and look to play, which sometimes is the right thing to do, but do you have the technical ability to do that, or should you just throw the ball into the box? You know what I mean? Great first touch, though, by the number 21. Ball back with Gunn now of Scotland. Over to Hanley. Back to Gunn. Long ball up to Shankland, headed out for a throw-in by the number 5 of Haiti. This is the moments now where you see whether Scotland are still committing the same level of men forward from these sorts of throw-ins and stuff. Probably not. I mean, a second goal would be amazing for Scotland, and especially its fans. They're probably still feeling very uneasy with this result. Like I said, anything but a win is not enough in this game. Haiti get the ball back and look to counter-attack. Get the ball out to the left. That's going to run out of play. Overhit. Exactly what I said was happening in the first half. They have a tendency to overhit the passes. Haiti. Kind of similar to the Brazil-Morocco game, though. I do feel like the quality is... Oh, Scotland have taken too long to take the throw in here, so the referee has actually now said, you know what? We'll give it to Haiti instead. This is one of the new World Cup rules to avoid time wasting. I think it's the first time I've seen it come into effect here so far. And there we have it. I don't know if it was actually an attempt at time wasting from Scotland. I think it was more there was no one there for him to throw it to. No one was showing for him, but it's the same outcome either way. Throwing goes the other way. But yeah, I was going to say it's pretty similar to the Brazil-Morocco game, what we saw there. The first half was good. Second half's kind of fallen off a little bit. Switch play out to the left. Number 8 manages to get it under control in the end. Should be looking to get a crossing, but again, we're going to turn back on ourselves and go backwards. And then they're going to play again. But I feel like they do this until they lose possession. They don't actually... Oh, ball does go in. Perriot's... Ooh. Not a bad ball in. It's better, though. It's better. That's what I mean. You got to throw the ball in there. Could be looking at a yellow card here for the Haiti player. Okay. Off for the hydration break it is. Which means it's time for me to hydrate. See if the managers can get anything going here in the little team talk that they'll have. Do, 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 do. Yeah, they're not doing much with it, are they, Dylan? They're kind of just messing around with it. The thing is, a lot of teams do that, but they're also a lot more technical than Haiti are. Haiti do it to a point where one of them's going to make a loose pass and give it away. And then you just think, we should have just got the cross in. You know what I mean? While we're in that position, let's just get the ball in the box. See Haiti getting a proper team talk here. Well, some of the players. Scotland coach is in there this time, giving more of a proper talk to him as well. But this will be... I don't actually think that is the coach. It's just a guy giving out water, isn't it? I wonder if it's part... They'll be part of the manager's plan as well, right? When they're laying out the game plan to the team. Look, second half, try and get the second goal, get to the hydration break, and then if we've not scored a goal by this point, maybe you start looking at sitting back. I don't know if that'll come into the thinking of Scotland now. Like to see a couple of subs there from Haiti. Seems like they're out of ideas in their attacking line. Without any real change, can't see much happening for him. Scotland. Sorry, I get tired. Scotland will probably be reluctant to make any changes, I think. Unless it's really needed. Due to tiredness or maybe Hickey. He's on a yellow card at right back. But you probably don't want to change this game too much right now. Unless you really trust the people he's got on the bench. We'll see. Okay, back underway. Almost in the 70th minute of this game now. Ball's played down the line to John McGinn. Okay, free kick coming in from Scotland. Player's gone down in the box. I think it was Scott McTominay. He's been pushed over. He's claiming a penalty. None of the other players seem to... Oh, a couple of the other players are appealing, saying 2 hands in the back. Let's have a look at this one. I mean, there's definitely a bit of shirt pulling. I don't think it's enough for a penalty. No, that's standard stuff. That is standard stuff. Hickey gets us started again with a throw-in. 20 minutes plus added time to go in this one. Scotland here on the left wing, put a ball in. Shankland's not there. Go straight to the Haitian defender. But it's back. John McGain's going to shoot. Oh, he's dragged it wide of the post. He's actually claiming for a penalty here. Let's have a look at this. Here's Haiti on the attack now. Inside the box. Tries to curl one into the back post, and there was a man arriving, number 18 at the back post, but he's not able to get anything on it. Close, but no cigar. Yeah, a couple of good opportunities for both of them. But no one able to capitalise. I mean, that would have been game, set, and match, right? For Scotland, if that one goes in, you got to think. Struggling to see where one goal will come from for Haiti, let alone two. I think it's going to get a bit feisty here towards the end. We're already seeing it change a little. Robertson, very loose pass, gives its position straight back over. Scotland look like they have 3 substitutes ready to come on. Another very loose pass by Haiti. We're starting to see players get a bit tired here, I think. So, manager's going to be forced into some changes. And here we go. Che Adams coming off. I think that's Dokes coming off. We've got Dykes coming on. Ryan Christie coming on. So it's Hickey, Dokes, and Adams coming off. And then Patterson, Ryan Christie, and Lyndon Dykes coming on. Two subs left to use in this game. Haiti definitely need to make some more subs. $15 minutes to go. Ball out on the left-hand side, number 15 for Haiti. Providence. Ball gets pushed out of play. Ball played into the penalty area. Flicked on away by Scott McTominay. Out for a Haiti corner. So have Haiti only made one substitute so far? I think they have, right? Ball comes in, but easily defended by Scotland. Ball comes in again, easily defended again. Oh, 21. I thought he was going to hit it then from a high place to volley it home, but decides better of it. Ball all the way back on the halfway line now, though, for Haiti. Got to build up all again now. But yeah, it's just the one substitute from Haiti. So, oh no, sorry, two substitutes. Time is running out. Good play on the left wing there. Ball on the edge of the box. Number 10 looking to shoot. Does shoot. Ooh, is there a handball there? I think his arms were by his body, so I'm not sure it's going to be given. There might have been some contact, but Haiti's still here. Ooh. They're going to have a look at it. Got a corner, though, at the very least, but they'll have a look at that. Let's see. Oh, you know what? This might be a penalty. No. Hands by his body. I would like to have seen another replay. It kind of looked like a penalty, didn't it? But it's not going to be. Okay, ball comes in the box. Good header away by, I think that's Lyndon Christie now, isn't it? 12 minutes to go, 11 minutes to go actually. Plus probably about 5 added on. Haiti coming in with number 15 again. That's a terrible shot. There's terrible decision making to shoot from there by the number 21. And no chance of going in. Scotland definitely looking just to slow this game down at this point. Nice play. Scotland on the opposition area. Definitely getting feisty now. Here come Haiti on the counter attack. Got to play the ball. Does play the ball. Got to get the shot off now. Doesn't shoot. Tries to play it across goal. The pass was a little bit overhit, but it wasn't a bad ball. It was a tough one to play. Hanley's done well getting back and recovering. Just wonder if the player could have either shot or maybe cut back on himself and then shot. The pass across was always going to be tough. You didn't even know if there was anyone there. Okay, ball whips in. Ooh. Well defended. Haiti gone all the way back to their own halfway line again. There was no need to do that. Scotland continuing to press. Heat's obviously not affecting them too much. Long ball forward from the goalkeeper. Straight through to the other goalkeeper. think the will Haiti score a goal is going to stay at no. Here comes John McGinn, left hand side. Tries to cross it in, but blocked. And then given away fairly easily back to Haiti. But one back by Christie. Foul given though. Unlucky. Yeah, I agree, Dylan. Scotland are doing well. Just keeping it tight. Not allowing him to have any easy ways through. John McGinn getting a well-earned rest now. I was just thinking that Scotland probably would have liked to get the likes of John McGinn off. Scott McTominay. But you can't in a game as tight as this, but now they've decided John McGinn does need to come off. Robertson still on the field though. McTominay still on there. No substitutes left now for Scotland. Haiti, you got 10 minutes. I mean, like I said, even if they score one goal, it's not enough really, is it? 1 point does nothing for either team in this game. They have to win this game. So realistically, they need 2 goals, but to score 2, you got to score 1. McTominay on the ball for Scotland. Up to Robertson, plays it down the line. It's going to trickle out of play. But yeah, realistically, if these come out of this game with 1 point each, then you're hoping to try and beat Morocco or Brazil. Morocco's probably your best chance for a win, but that's a tough ask. Tough ask. Just don't see Haiti scoring. Just don't see it happening. They're not a bad team. They've played okay. The football's actually been all right. Just a few overhit passes. It's just a final third, man. The final ball, overhit time and time again. No real strong attempts on goal. A couple of dodgy long range shots. Ball crossed in now, though. Perriot gets open, gets a header. Just goes wide. Just goes wide. That was the moment. It was a good header. It's not good enough. That was the best chance of the game. Scotland fans, how are you feeling? Hearts and mouths there. Squeaky bum time. Scotland still trying to push forward here. I'm not sure why. It's ended in Haiti coming on a bit of a counter-attack. Defender does well. McTominay driving forward, shrugging men off the ball. Going on his own down the wing. Lays it off, gets it back. Still on the right wing. Takes his man on. Oh my God, this could be an amazing goal. Shoot. Oh, he can't quite beat the last man there. Yeah, I get that, Dylan. Obviously, drawing, getting a tie is better than losing the game, but you've just got to think realistically to become a best third place team, you're going to need 4 points, right? 3 points might do. There might be one team who gets through on 3 points, but I think majority of the third place teams that get picked, you're going to need 4 points. Where do those 4 points come from if you draw this game? Ball in from Scotland, it's not going to work. You know what I mean? Then you're looking like you've got to beat Morocco, you've got to beat Brazil. Or you've got to draw with Morocco, draw with Brazil. to get 3 points. Um, so a draw is almost as bad as a loss in this game, I think. They're pretty unlucky. Both these teams are pretty unlucky that they have two really good teams in the group. Because there'll be some teams the same quality as Scotland and Haiti who have one really good team in the group. And then the other two teams, they might be looking at thinking, you know what, we could do something against them. We could get 3 points against them. We get a draw against them. You know. So they are pretty unlucky they've been drawn into. I mean, there's another group where as is it Uruguay and Spain in the same group? Uruguay and somebody in the same group. Let's have a look. Can't remember which group it was. Um, yeah, Uruguay and Spain. So it's like Cape Verde and Saudi Arabia are struggling there, aren't they? So you got France, Senegal, Iraq, and Norway. Iraq are clearly the worst team out of those, but they might think, you know what, we could sneak a win against Senegal. Yeah. Oh, there's actually a table for third place teams as well. That's good on this app here. That'll be something interesting to look out for in the last group games, though. Right, we got 2 minutes left of normal time here, and then we're into added time. It's not been a. Scotland have looked comfortable on the pitch, but if you're a Scotland fan, this hasn't been a comfortable game to watch. You know what I mean? The second goal would have just put you at ease, but right now, I do not envy the Scotland fans. Yeah, Norway have a couple of good players. They got Odegaard as well. They got a few good players in the team. Definitely be a good side. Everyone's talking about the heat again with Norway. It's a very cold Scandinavian country. It's gonna be a tough one for them, but they got the star power. You know what I mean? When we was talking about the Brazil Morocco game, it's like Morocco have a good team, but they don't really have that star power in attack. Their star is Hakimi, who's a right back. Um, whereas Brazil had Vini. Even if you don't play well, you get a moment of magic, you can score a goal. Norway kind of have that star power. You know what I mean? Haaland and Odegaard can create something out of nothing. Haaland needs one chance and he'll score a goal. So yeah, you could be right there. Could be a bit of a dark horse, Norway. Not into. I don't think they'll win it or anything, but they could go far. I was thinking these sort of competitions, like a World Cup or a Euros or knockout football in general, you can never overstate the importance of having a great goalkeeper and a great goal scorer. You know what I mean? The rest of the team's important, obviously, but those two. Here we go. Scotland on the attack in the final minutes here. It's going to go. Ooh, I thought it was going to go through to Christie, but it didn't quite make it there. Oh, that's a bad tackle, that. Was that a high foot into the chest? Yellow card. It was 6 minutes added on. One of those minutes already gone. 5 to go. Haiti don't seem to be in any massive rush here when they need to be. I mean, they're just kind of playing the ball around the back again. I don't know what they're thinking here. You need to get this ball forward as quick as possible. Ball does go into the box. Headed away. Back to Haiti on the halfway line. He needs to go forward faster than this, though. Needs to be out wide into the winger's feet and then crossed in. Cross does go in. It's going to run all the way through for a goal kick, that one, I think. Maybe a throw-in, not sure. Take me to was a throw-in. Ooh, big head clash there. Haiti player's gone down, but you won't want to stay on the floor for too long. Oh, they actually got the free kick for it. I thought he just stopped the play because it was a head injury, but they actually got a free kick in a decent position here. Another chance to get the ball in the box. Ball's not great. It's easily cleared away by McTominay. And ball's ended up all the way back at the Haitian goalkeeper. You got 3 minutes now to do something. Boots it forward. Flicks it on. Perriot gone down in the area. Don't think he's asking for a penalty. Wasn't able to get his shot away. It's in the hands of Gunn. Scotland. Can they hold on? I think they'll be fine. But here come Haiti again. Tried to play a ball over the top, well headed away by the Scottish centre-back. But they come again. They're starting to cross the ball a lot quicker now, which is what they should have been doing all game. Two minutes to go. Every second will feel like a minute for these Scottish fans. Oh, bad tackle there. Got in by number 23, Scotland. It's going to be another yellow card. Picking up a couple of yellow cards here towards the end of the game. I think if you get a yellow card in the next game, it means you'll be suspended for the third game. I think that's the way it works. Oh, it's very high foot, that, you know. Pretty dangerous, that. Could be reviewed for a red. Kenny McLean. Looks like the Haitian player's really in pain here. I don't think he'd be staying down if it wasn't serious, because they can't really be spending this time wasted time. Giving us a replay of that big moment, that Perriot header that just went wide. That's where it could have all changed. Haitian player still down. No VAR checks though. Been pretty impressed with Haiti though overall. I mean, they just don't look likely to score a goal, but their general football is pretty good. I'm surprised VAR didn't have more of a look at that. You know, that was actually a really bad challenge. On his knee. Studs up. Foot was high. Reckless is what they call it. That can be a red card. Reckless challenge or not in control. So we are now past the actual time. We're past the 6 minutes, but obviously that was about a 2-minute stoppage. So we probably go to 8 minutes added on. Haiti just wasted possession there. And that'll be a minute of your time gone. Almost there, Scotland. Almost there. Hoofed forward. Flicked on by Christie. McTominay. Don't know what he's trying to do. Should be looking to go to the corner. He's give possession away cheaply, but Haiti to give it back just as cheaply back to Scotland, who just kick it out for a throw in. It's got to be less than a minute to go now. We're in 7 minutes. 7 out of 6 minutes. Haiti keepers having a bit of a nightmare there. Kick the ball out of play. Under pressure. Scotland surely got to be looking to keep this ball in the corner now. No one's going short for the throw-in. Here we go. Now they do. Still looking to cross the ball in. Not understanding what they're trying to do here, Scotland. Just keep the ball in the corner. Come on. They're committing men forward still. I don't understand for what. And that is the game. Final whistle blown. Unlucky Haiti. They actually played very well. Scotland just defensively too well organised, too good. They never really let scoring a goal against them apart from that late header that could have gone in. But even then, the keeper probably would have got across. Thanks for joining us. Nice one, Dylan, for being active in the chat. Hope you enjoyed the game. I will catch you for the next one, yeah. There'll be a lot of World Cup videos coming up, so keep your eyes checked. Hope you have a good day. Take it easy. Peace.